All right. Here we go. Cycling through your life. Number 13, I guess. Or 13. Okay. So it's October already. Wow. It's beautiful, beautiful month. It was nice and cool, then it got warm, then it got cool. The mornings are cool though. I am going to take advantage of October and bike riding, and definitely walking, getting out early, getting that cool air, just riding, you know, trying to finish off the year right, some exercise, some cycling through. It's good for you. Okay, as usual, I've been thinking about some stuff. Living in America, we're, fed. And this is the land of freedom. This is the land of the free. That means we have freedom over here, as opposed to other places in the world that's more restrictive politically, socially, economically. In America, they say you have the privilege or the right of elevating yourself. You could come here or be born here in a lowly position, and you could rise to be whatever. This is what they tell us, and this is what we believe, in the most part. Because if we didn't believe it, why would we be participating in it? That's the thing. Why would we be participating in a system with promise? And those promises are either fulfilled or not fulfilled. I guess potential is there for everyone, for sure. And in this system, in most systems, they tell you you have rights. You have rights. And you have privileges. Now, what is a right and what's a privilege? That's the thing. People say you have natural rights, right to defend yourself for sure, and what else? What else do you have a right to do? I can't think of anything else. You have a right to do what? I don't know. So you have freedom, you have rights, but beside rights, you have privileges. And I think a lot of people get those things confused. When you're 18, you can go get a driver's license. Sure, you have the right to get a driver's license. Nobody's going to stop you. But it's a privilege to drive. Driving is not a right, it's a privilege. And you have a right to decent housing. That's what they say, right? But it seems like it's a privilege to have an apartment or a house. If it was a right, there wouldn't be so many homeless people out there. So, that's basically what I was thinking about, what I am thinking about this morning, This beautiful October morning, early, And with these rights and privileges, I guess, all embedded in law. I mean, law governs your rights and what you're permitted to do and how and when. And laws can be changed. Does that mean your rights can be changed? Yeah. Your privileges can be taken away? Yeah. Within the law? Yeah. So the other concept that goes along with that, to me, at least in my head, is freedom. Right? So your freedom is governed by laws that grants you rights and privileges. And so what are we free to do, actually? Are we free to do anything within the law? Yes. So is that freedom? I don't know. So you can do anything you want as long as you don't hurt nobody. Homeboy circling behind me. Dog people coming out kind of early today. I don't know what that brother's doing back there, but gotta keep your head on a swivel out here, for real. So this is the land of the free and home of the brave. But what are you free to do? You're free to go to work? Is that a privilege? Yeah, sure. Because you need money. It's just a lot to think about. Could be some Mandela effect shit, I'm not sure, but you tell me. If you're not familiar with the Mandela effect, is some people thought Mandela died in prison, and some people thought Mandela walked out of prison, right? So, and people have specific memories of Mandela dying in prison, and some people, like I do, have specific memories of Mandela walking out of prison. So it doesn't only apply to that. There are a lot of different things that, I am your father, from Star Wars. It didn't say that, There's Ed McMahon, who was famous for Publishers Clearinghouse and giving out these huge checks. And he said he never did that. A lot of people, I remember him doing that, and he said it never happened. A lot of people just said it never happened. So there's a lot of things like that that's been switched around. So along with that, I remember when they used to just say freedom. There was no S on freedom. So now it's freedoms. I remember when I was growing up, they said we were fighting for our freedom. It was singular, in Civil War, they fought to free the slaves. They give them freedom. There was no S on it back then, but there's S on it now. It's in my opinion, it's a psychological trick to know that it's not just freedom. It's parceled up into these little pieces. There's a freedom of speech, there's freedom of this, freedom of that, freedom. And it's freedoms. So we can give you some and take some, and you'll still have some freedom. So that's the I think it's a trick bag anyway. So you tell me. Do you remember freedom not having an S, or people always said freedoms? I don't know. I don't remember that. So I don't know if that's a Mandela effect or what. You tell me. So yeah, I got a poem for you. The poem is called S. They put an S on freedom. Yep. They put an S on freedom. Freedom never used to have an S. Freedom was singular and stood by itself, for itself. You are either free or not free. No in between. But they put an S on freedom, cutting it up into tiny pieces and parceling it out as certificates, licenses, diplomas, registrations, and permits. Permission slips with raised lettering, embedded computer chips, and seals of approval. And with all that, you still need a wink, a nod, and a secret handshake to be led from your cage into a larger one. And lo and behold, you feel a little freer. But freer is not free. That S is a paper cut of deception, a deceiver, a usurper, a confuser of the plain truth. You have been severed from your inalienable right, the right to just be free. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you next week.
People have no faces, with lines all